I'm told that honeybees will swarm for a number of reasons. They might just not like where they're living, it might be too hot, there might be an issue with the queen, but I was lucky enough to see a swarm in person. We have a top bar beehive and it looked like I was working in the garden like a big old puff of smoke coming out of a chimney, but instead it was bees and they were peppering the whole sky. They moved around so much, taking over the whole yard, that I had to get out of there. And then they all collected in a top of this Bradford pear tree in a matter of 10, maybe 15 minutes, and that was it. Then they made a massive form. If your bees swarm, or if you come across a wild swarm of bees, or somebody else's swarm of bees near your place, they can be captured. This is how we did it. In the end, we ended up with 2 beehives. Find the swarm of bees and be ready. They might be up a tree, they might be under the porch, they could be anywhere. Have a box prepared that they can fit inside of. Make sure you're wearing your veil if you prefer to keep a non-puffy face. The box, if they're going to be in there for too long, should have vents cut on the sides so the air can move through and so it doesn't get too hot, for example. Once as many of the bees as possible are in hand, shake them into their temporary box or into their new permanent home.
Okay. Don't fall in the pond. Alright, there could be a lot of bees.
Alright, so the box is open. He slammed it, shook it, they fell in, and quickly closed it. My camera cut out for our first shake, but we had to return up the tree 3 more times because those that were out of the box kept returning and kept making forms.
In the box, but I think about 40% of the hive, the swarm, is still up in the tree, and I think they're trying to relocate back to the top of the tree.
All of our sources have said that when bees swarm, they're in their most calm and docile state. It's the one time when you can expect not to be stung. Our experience certainly suggested that this is true. The bees were totally calm and totally, I hate to say submissive, a better word would be agreeable. They're everywhere, but you can't see it. Just gotta come down.
Trying. Oh shit. Holy Christ, alright.
Alright, here we go.
Move the
umbrella. Ready for me to open?
Yes. You can take a picture if you want.
I'm filming.
Oh.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's open.
That's probably enough.
Okay. However, you should still wear gloves if you prefer not to have swollen hands.
When you called me, I was back up there and I retrieved, maybe there's 10% left in the tree.
Even after 2 goes, there were still bees hanging out in the tree. It's a good idea to be in contact with your bee mentor if you have one, hopefully that you do. His advice was to try and get as close to 100% as we could. Thank you, Jeff. Go.
Very good.
Assuming that the queen is captured, and assuming that they've been swarming in a tree, the next step is to shake it.
Keep doing this, we won't be able to land on it again. We'll have to come down and find a friend. I know what Jeff's saying.
Unfortunately for us, the last bees were not flying to the box, they were flying back to the tree. This could have meant that we hadn't captured the queen yet, but it definitely meant that it was one more trip up the ladder.
Listen, you open it, I'll dump, you go away, and I'll close it.
Fine. Ready?
Yep. Go. Go. I'm not supposed to move fast, but...
Oh yeah, well... Fine.
Well, that should do it, man. Holy. Wow. Man. Kind of exciting, I must say.
1, 2, 3 branches, 1 big tree, 2 hives. Sweet. A few bees remained in the original hive who were able to produce a new queen, and those that we captured went into our second langstroth hive. The next video in this process is putting captured bees or freshly ordered bees into a new home. Pretty simple. Next video. They all march in together. They're really quite liquid. I was gonna say like water, but actually they're like honey.